Hey everyone, welcome to Virtual Storytime. Last month we had been learning a lot about Greek mythology, and we got to listen to several Greek myths that were teaching us more about the 12 gods and goddesses that lived on Mount Olympus. The Greek myths were also told as a way to try and explain how something in the world works or how it came to be. Our story today is called Young Zeus, and this tale is going to explain how Zeus came to become ruler over all the gods. Young Zeus by G. Brian Karras. This is the story of how young Zeus, with a little help from 6 monsters, 5 gods, his brothers and sisters, his mother, an enchanted she-goat, that's me, became god of gods, master of lightning and thunder, and ruler over all. On a night long, long ago, Rhea gave her baby Zeus to Amalthea, the enchanted she-goat who lived in a cave on the peaceful island of Crete. "Please care for my son," Rhea whispered. "Keep him safe, hidden from his evil father Cronus." "Of course," said Amalthea. With a hug and a kiss for her baby boy, Rhea said goodbye, afraid she might never see young Zeus again. On Crete, Zeus lived in golden sunshine, friend of beasts and birds, unaware of the danger should his father discover him. One evening, when Zeus was no bigger than an oak tree, he asked, "Ammi, why are there no other gods to play with?" "It's complicated," said Amalthea. "Sit down and have some milk and honey. The trouble started with your grandfather Uranus. He and your grandmother Gaia had many children. 12 were magnificent giants, the Titans. They were your grandfather's pride and joy. But 6 were monsters. 3 of them, the Cyclopes, had only 1 eye, and 3, the 100-handers, had 50 heads and 100 arms. Your grandfather was so ashamed of these children that he locked them in the underworld forever. Your grandmother was furious. "Cronus, my son," she commanded, "cast your father from his throne." She handed him a sickle. "Then free the Cyclopes and 100-handers from the underworld." Cronus banished his father to the bottom of the sea, but he didn't complete his task. No, he did not. He left the Cyclopes and 100-handers to suffer in the underworld and took the throne for himself. By then, Cronus was so powerful that your grandmother couldn't get him to do anything. Still, Cronus had one weakness, the fear of being overthrown by one of his own children. To make sure that could never happen, he ate up all his babies. He swallowed them whole, and there your sisters and brothers remain, trapped inside his belly. "And that's why there are no other gods or goddesses for you to play with," said Amalthea. But, began Zeus. "No buts, just goodnight kisses and sweet dreams." Years went by. Zeus grew strong and happy, but also troubled by dark thoughts of his cruel father Cronus. Zeus knew one thing for sure. He had to free his brothers and sisters. But how? As often as possible, Zeus's mother Rhea secretly visited to check on him. On one such day, Rhea and Amalthea were talking when a rumble as mighty as 10 earthquakes shook the ground. In a terrible mood, Zeus had lifted a mountaintop and thrown it into the sea. "Heavens!" cried Rhea. "It's time Zeus and I had a talk." "Who are you?" he asked. "I'm your mother," said Rhea. "Give me a hug." But Zeus did not hug his mother. "You missed all my birthdays," said Zeus. "I was here for every one," said Rhea. "You just couldn't see me." Zeus thought for a moment, then asked the question that had been on his mind for so long. "Why didn't my father swallow me?" "Because I outsmarted him. When you were born, I wrapped a stone in your blanket and said, 'Here is your son.' Your father grabbed the bundle and swallowed it whole. He still thinks it's you in his belly." "Wow," said Zeus. They hugged. "What is it you want more than anything in the world?" asked his mother. "To play with my brothers and sisters," said Zeus. "Maybe I can help. Rhea handed Zeus a small vial of murky liquid, and they came up with a plan. In the dark of the night, Zeus set out to find his father. "Before you go, take this honey," said Amalthea. "And remember," Rhea warned, "keep your eye on Cronus. He's a sneak, and so are his brothers and sisters, the Titans. If they find out what you're up to, they will be boiling mad." Zeus wandered through strange mists and unfamiliar lands. Fearful thoughts crept into his mind. What if the potion doesn't work? What if Cronus finds me before I find him? What if he tries to eat me? Just then, Zeus heard rumbling. He smelled something bad. The fog lifted, and there lay Cronus, asleep. Without a moment to lose, Zeus poured the foul brew down his father's throat, and as he did, he sang a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you swallowed my brothers and sisters alive. Now drink this stuff and set them free, for I am Zeus, you didn't eat me. At once, a deadly grip locked around Zeus's neck. He choked and wheezed. The potion had failed. Suddenly, the ground trembled and Cronus belched. Out came the stone and blanket. Then, out came Zeus's brothers and sisters, looking surprisingly good. 5 gods and goddesses of radiant beauty. "I'm Zeus, your brother," said the victorious young god. "Let's play." "Yes," said his brothers and sisters. But first things first. They pounced on Cronus. "Take that," they cried, and threw him into the sea. The gods and goddesses embraced Zeus. "I am Hestia, your oldest sister, so I am in charge." "I am Demeter, your next oldest sister, and no, she is not." "Ignore them. I am Poseidon, your oldest brother, therefore I am supreme ruler." "And I am Hades, your next oldest brother, and—" "I'm Hera," interrupted Hera, "youngest sister, but still older than you." The gods and goddesses bickered, unaware of a towering shadow darkening the land. 10 giants filled the sky. Zeus remembered his mother's warning. "The Titans! The Titans!" shouted Zeus. "Stop arguing! Let's go get 'em!" But no one listened to Zeus. "Look at the mess you got us into," yelled Hestia. "You started it," snapped Demeter. Poseidon and Hades growled at each other, and Hera bossed Zeus around. All seemed lost. Then Zeus heard a voice from the earth beneath his feet. "Zeus, it's your grandmother, Gaia. If you can free the Cyclopes and 100-handers from the underworld, they will help you. Quick, go!" So Zeus traveled down, 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 through 3 layers of night to below the very bottom of the earth, and in the gloom found the underworld. A dragon kept watch over the prisoners. "What's this?" asked the dragon. "A sweet, meaty treat?" Her forked tongue slithered like a hungry snake towards Zeus. Zeus quickly came up with a song. "Dragon, dragon, fearsome beast, don't eat me, for I'm no feast. If sweet is what you like to eat, have some honey. It's yum, yum, yummy." This particular dragon had a weakness for sweets. As she slurped, Zeus tiptoed toward the gates. "Cyclopes and 100-handers, I'm your nephew Zeus, here to set you free." He flung open the gates. "Hail Zeus!" They wept with joy. "Dear uncles, join me in the battle with the Titans." "Say no more," they cried. "To war!" The Cyclopes gave Zeus a bundle of thunderbolts. "A gift for mighty Zeus," they cheered, and off they flew. The gods and goddesses were almost done in by the time Zeus returned. "What took so long?" cried Hestia. "What's the use?" wailed Demeter. "All is lost." "You're always so negative," said Poseidon. "And you're always so critical," said Hades. "Zeus," yelled Hera, "do something!" From the highest mountaintop, Zeus hurled bolt after bolt of his mighty lightning at the Titans. "Go away! Let us play!" he thundered. The earth quaked. The sky was on fire. Bolt after mighty bolt rained upon the Titans. When at last all fell silent, Zeus sighed a sigh that filled the land. The battle was over. The defeated Titans were cast into the underworld. Thank heavens! Gaia's voice rang from the scorched earth. To the Cyclopes and hundred-handers, she commanded, live where you wish. To the gods and goddesses, she said, go home to Mount Olympus. And they did. Right from the start, there was disagreement. Play first, chores later, said Hestia. Chores first, then play, said Demeter. No, no, said Poseidon. Yes, yes, said Hades. I'm hungry, said Hera. Enough, shouted Zeus. From now on, we do things my way. Who made you the boss? They all yelled. I did, said Zeus. The earth grumbled. Gaia spoke. Listen to your brother. And so it was settled. Young Zeus became ruler of heaven and earth. He divided up chores and scheduled playtimes. His mother, Rhea, was so proud. And thus began fun and order on Mount Olympus. So ends the tale of how young Zeus became ruler over all, and with his family by his side, he reigned supreme for ages to come. Well, there you have it. Now we know how young Zeus came to become the leader over all the gods and goddesses. But after he had freed his brothers and sisters, they all quickly began arguing about who should be in charge. For your writing today, I want you to think about a time where maybe you've been in an argument with your brothers or sisters, or if you're an only child, a time that you were in an argument with cousins or a friend. And can you tell me, how did this argument end, and how did you resolve it fairly? All right, thank you guys for watching. Take care.